Just to let people know that you here and where you at.
Okay.
Do you normally go live?
I don't, but you can do it. I mean, like I said, you can go ahead because everybody.
You got to bring your phone
Here, let me see.
and go live if you're gonna go. Hey y'all, we here. We getting ready to go live. Yes we are. Come on here. We got Preston Will the third in the building.
I think Alonzo said he's gonna call in. There's my phone right there.
Okay, we can go on here and go on your Facebook.
If it's something hot you want, then it's something hot you'll get.
What y'all think about the playoffs?
I'm totally at this point.
I don't even see it.
I guess if I was gonna root for somebody now, it would probably be LA.
The Rams? Okay.
Only because of Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford still spend money.
Oh yeah. That's what I like about him. That's what I'm saying. He's been good to the community for years.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I like about him.
Money here.
Yeah, he do. That's true. He do.
He still got his house here.
He do? Okay, I didn't know that. I thought he sold it out in West Bloomfield there.
No, he still got his house here.
Okay.
Yeah, his wife was in Trenton.
Okay.
Real deep.
Okay. Can we use this mic right here, Kenny?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. All right, that'll work.
I enjoyed the book.
Okay, thank you. I'm looking forward to hearing what you tell the audience.
I enjoyed it.
I said, Shakina tell the audience. You know what I'm saying? I don't even have to ask.
No.
And then we'll just blow off of that. Yep.
One of these sections, you guys actually label it out and break it down and get the reasons for why you feel the way that you feel.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely want to touch on that.
I think that was
Definitely want to touch on the healing process.
Okay.
Definitely want to touch on that.
Okay.
Yeah, just a couple of areas. It was well written.
Yeah, I appreciate that. We thank you. Thank you for that.
It was well written. Guys, come on, tune in. Y'all know this is what we do every Friday at 7 p.m. This is Motor City Radio, only on Street Noise Radio. We're not live, but we live. We here. We in the building. I got Preston Willer in the house. Yes, hey. Your smile just lights up the room, sir.
Thank you,
yes,
Shakina.
it does. I'm quite sure that's what he's known for around the campsite, around the workplace, right? Preston's smile, yes, it's so warming, so inviting.
Thank you, Shakina.
Yes,
Thank
every
you.
picture. Yes.
Thank you for having us. We are glad to be here.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, so he's setting everything up.
Okay.
Right now I'm live on Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
I'm going to go live on TikTok in a minute.
Okay.
And also...
Yep, I'm just following your lead. Okay. I'm just following your lead. And as I said, I believe Alonso's on calling at 7:30. I let him know that you mentioned let me call him at 7:30.
Okay.
I can't wait till you discuss like the key points that you liked about our book.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're looking forward to hear.
Hey guys, come on, we're getting ready for you.
Mm-hmm.
Put your headphones on.
Okay. You got it. Okay.
You ready?
Mm-hmm. We're going to get some new mics up in here. We're going to do that. Because we're going to make it do what it do.
That's easy. Just hand me the money. And
I know. That's what I said. I'm going to hustle it up.
Right.
I'm going to get up on it.
Mm-hmm.
I am. I'm gonna get up on it. Hit a nice little lick. Oh, is the mic's hot? I'm just playing, guys. I'm just playing. Good evening, and welcome to Motor City Radio. You chilling with your girl, Sexy Shakia, in the house. One more again. And this is what we do around this time, people. I know you've been looking for me. You've been checking for me. Well, here I go. So this is where we are tonight. We in the studio. And I'm going to give you what you came here for. Yes, I am. I got Preston Willard III in the building. Yes. And we have Alonzo McLittle. He will be making his appearance in some shape or form tonight, right? Because he did collab on this beautiful piece that I have in front of me. Put Dayton back in the box, baby. And when I tell you, they hit on every critical point that you could think of as it relates.
Hold the book up.
Hold the book up, okay.
Right here. This is
Right
the
there, okay, Glenn. And Big O is not on, baby.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, guys. You know, I got to share it with my people here on Instagram and my people on Facebook. We want everybody to buy the book, Preston. Everybody. But it hit on so many key points, guys. So we have the expert, because I'm going to call him an expert, guys. Because for him and to collab with Mr. McLittle, for them to actually put it together, you had to think about it. You had to do your research. You had to add your personal experience in the book. So it's a lot that goes into putting it together, right? So I'm gonna call him an expert right now, and I'm gonna probably ask him a few questions on my own, because y'all know I'm out here single and I'm almost ready to mingle, right? So welcome to the show, Preston. Welcome to Motor City Radio.
Thank you, Shakina, for having us. We definitely appreciate you allowing us to come on and talk about Put Dating Back in the Box.
Yes.
So like I said, once again, thank you for having us. And I give a shout out to, my co-author, Alonzo McLittle, who did a great job in collabing with me. Mm-hmm. So he's very appreciated. And like I said, once again, thank you for having us.
Yes, it is my pleasure, guys, because I can't do it without the guests. I keep trying to tell y'all that I can't be famous. This show can't go platinum. We can't be on set without y'all. So I need you to be a guest. I need you to come and promote. If you have a book like Preston, you want to come and promote, please come. If you have a business you would like to promote, please come. You have a talent. You got a movie coming out. We have been on a couple of red carpets, a couple of movie premieres, right? I'm going to keep that energy going this year in 2026, right? Yeah. Ain't that this year, 2026?
Yeah, it is.
That's a lot of numbers, man. Bam. All I can think back is I was born 1973. You know what I mean? Back in the olden days, as the kids say. Grandma was born in the olden days. Hey, Jay, checking in all the way from Florida. Hey, Instagram, I see you guys sending waves. I'm going to send them right back to you. But yeah, Preston, you've done something here with this book. What was the inspiration? I'm curious to know.
Shakina, the inspiration was, I didn't want people to go through what I went through.
Okay.
So I figured, I said, so let me write a book that would help people, put them on a course to get into a good, healthy relationship faster, and that therefore too they wouldn't get into a bad relationship.
But wait, let's start down. What did you get into? Do you mind divulging some of it without telling all the tea? Just a little bit of or is that too much? Is that too much?
What's that?
Whatever you went through, whatever the relationship was, or whatever it was that inspired you to write the book. Was it a good experience, bad experience? I take it because the book didn't seem either way. It seemed more so just informative. You know what I mean?
Yes,
so it didn't really just dwell on a bad experience and all negativity or nothing like that. It was really just a talk, a coaching.
Yeah, what it is, Zakina, with some of the relationships that I've been through and encounters, I gained wisdom. And there was a time, like I said, I didn't really know what I was doing with relationships and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But I gained wisdom over time. Mm-hmm. And what I said was, I thought to myself one day, I want to be able to help people not maybe go through some of the things I went through, but they can get into a healthy relationship faster, if that makes sense. In other words, instead of getting into something, going through a relationship for 15, 20 years, realizing that's not good, I don't want people to go there because time is a commodity we can't get back.
That's right.
So I figured, so let me write a book that will help people to what I feel, what the wisdom that I've gotten will help them navigate getting into a healthy relationship and being able to stay in it. And one thing, Alonzo, and I really believe is that you have to have good character. You got to be healed from your past.
Yeah.
But we also believe that we want you to have knowledge going into a relationship so you know how to navigate it. Because what happens is, a lot of us, myself included, one time, we were naive about the world, if that makes sense. So we want you to have knowledge about the world also, the manipulators, the deceivers, the abusers, because we feel that if you go into a relationship knowing what a healthy relationship is to navigate it, but at the same time, you go in, let's say you meet a manipulator, so forth, you know how to avoid them because you already have knowledge of their characteristics and stuff to avoid them. So therefore, you're not in a bad relationship for 15 years. So we want you to get knowledge all the way around. So, healing is important.
Yeah.
But we also believe character and knowledge is also important going into a new relationship. Because the more knowledge you have, the more successful you're going to be.
Yeah, but what about the people that put on the front? Like, they send their representative. I done met so many representatives, baby, but when the true self pop out, I run because I am one that pay attention to red flags.
Yes.
I will say that. So, and then certain characteristics, like you say, your character and everything, all that plays a part. If I pick up on something that I sensed before, it's like, when I be with used to have those visions, I have a vision of what I could see happening along down the line if I put up with this. You know what I mean? Because I know that. So yeah, I know a lot of people don't pay attention to red flags. They just let them go, and that I don't understand. But yeah, that's very important. Your character. Fix it, Jesus.
And Shakia, just to add to what you're saying, we feel that that's so important. That you get yourself ready for a relationship going in. Because today, in today's society, and even in the past, so many of us jump in, but we're not ready. And then we jump in, and what happens is we expect a good relationship to evolve, but the reality of it is that's just not going to happen. I mean, I wish it did, but it doesn't. So what we're saying is, what Alonzo and I are saying is, we want you to build your character. We want you to get healed from your past. We want you to get knowledge of what a good relationship is, but we also want you to get knowledge of how to avoid the manipulator and the deceiver and the psychopath, because what we feel, we have this going into a new relationship, your relationship will be successful from start to finish. And that's not saying that life is going to happen. Things are going to happen, but you all be able to have a healthy connection because we believe the necessary elements for a great foundation for a relationship has been established.
Yeah.
So we want you, because a lot of people, I mean, don't get me wrong, healing is important, but character and knowledge is very important too, we feel. Because if you have good character, if you're honest, you're reputable, you're trustworthy, your partner is too, how much peace is that going to bring to a relationship? Yeah. Shakina, think about it. You got some, and then we feel that if you and your partner have all the elements, we believe that a relationship, for a good, solid relationship, the physical, the social, the psychological, the emotional, everything matters for a healthy connection. Not one element matters over the other. And when you have a partner that has the same characteristics you have, the honesty, the being reputable, dependable, stuff like that, all the elements will be met. And in today's society, we have a lot of people that lack character. They lack social skills. They lack empathy. And when you lacking certain things, you're not going to be able to have a good relationship. Matter of fact, it's really not a relationship. Cohabitation, as Alonzo and I say, is not a relationship.
Right.
It's
That's
not.
a situation. It is.
So what we're saying is we want people to step back. Don't jump in. Don't jump from relationship to relationship. We want you to really get yourself 100% together. Yeah. And if you do that, we believe you will have a successful relationship from start to finish. Yeah. And then too, to add to what we're saying, divorces could be avoided. Unnecessary hurt, emotionally and psychological, can be avoided because you're going in right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And when you go in right, more right will happen in the relationship.
I agree. Because when I read in here about just being open and honest, being as transparent as possible, I guess you would say, yeah, let somebody know what they're getting into. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Being honest,
Yeah.
and it is what it is. And then the healing process. I used to tell my kids, you have to find closure after a relationship, because I know y'all talk about being in one and how to get into one and things of that nature. But after you leave one, it should be a time in between where a closure. There's some type of closure to that relationship, some type of healing process, and then some time alone by yourself. People, the worst advice I've ever heard is to get over somebody, you got to get up under. When I tell you, that's a cracker. Y'all know it's a Christian show. Yeah, that's a bunch of crack. Yeah, don't do that.
You know what, Shakia? I have to agree with you on that one. That's some of the worst advice I've ever heard. Because to add to what you're saying, to add to what we're saying in that context, you're still lacking character. You're still lacking knowledge.
Yeah.
And how do you know if that other person can give you what you're looking for?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? There's no assurance. And what Alonzo and I are saying is, we want you to have assurance before you give with somebody. And that assurance is knowing that your character's right, your knowledge is there, you heal from your past issues, because that way, too, we know the relationship will be right, but you're not bringing no baggage into a relationship that can hurt it.
Yeah. When you say communication is the key, how important is it to have a list of what you're looking for? I'm just asking because I done been told my list too long. I'm too old to have such a long list. I just got to be happy that somebody wrote my own. But for the most part, just having a list, is that important? And how important is that?
In the foundation, in the beginning stages, it's important. But I would recommend that the list is not too long. Have it reasonable, because there's just certain things that we can't really expect from others, if that makes sense. So you don't want to, like, for example, I see people with deal breakers. Okay, I've been through that before. And my thing is, this is not reasonable. And like, how do you expect me to accept, like, for example, we can't be together if you don't like dogs.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? That's not nothing to really build a relationship on. I mean, I guess if that makes sense, it's like, that's not, and to me, that displays selfishness. Okay. Because you're not going to be bothering me if I don't like dogs?
Well, how about you just find somebody that like dogs like you like dogs?
You know what I'm saying?
Because I'm going to cut out all the drama. You know what? You go on with your dog loving ass. I'm okay over here, all right? So, I mean, but I do believe a list. And then when you say the list too long, like, what's long? Because if you have a list and then if you go off that list and if you cut it off and if you don't look for everything, now you settling. Now you putting yourself in a situation where you're settling for something. And then now you're going to be expecting something that you're never going to get. And you're going to always be in a situation where you're in this relationship and you're not happy, and you're not fully fulfilled because you're not getting what you want, but you knew that going in.
I would say this will be my list. This will be my recommendation. To make sure that the person is honest, their character is there. Yeah. And to really see if their knowledge is there for a healthy relationship. That would be my list. Everything else can be built upon. If that makes sense. In other words, let's get the foundation. Let's make sure the foundation is right for us to have a healthy connection. Okay. Then we can go and have a list. Okay. Yeah.
No. Okay. Yeah. I mean, okay.
I get what you're saying, Shakina, but my thing is, where Alonzo and I coming from, let's start with the foundation. Let's make sure that we right. Our character's right. Our knowledge is right. Okay. Let me make sure that you're not a manipulator. You're not a deceiver. Let's make sure all the major elements are covered first before we get into that.
Okay, and I agree. And
yeah, let's do that.
Moving on to chapter 3 is communication. Y'all know I'm kind of skipping through. What, Glenn?
How do you do that? How do you make sure that someone's not a deceiver? How is that possible?
What you do, this is what I recommend. Really pay attention to their actions. Because a lot of people will come off with the front, like Shakina said, to bring the representative. But manipulator, for example, they're good at like pretending that they're for you. But when they're not for you, when they're not around, when you need them, when certain things come up, that show you right there where they at. So my advice to anybody is look at their actions. That's how you know they shady, they grimy. You know what I mean? Look at their body language, their eye contact. You know what I'm saying? Certain things will show you, their actions will show you that they grimy.
But you know,
That's you're right.
we all have a representative, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we all can be grimy at certain points and certain times. So how do you discern when a person is just absolutely grimy versus they having a bad day?
I would say, Glenn, I would go back to the action part. Really look at how they treat you. That would be my main course right there. Because they're going to show you themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I've been in the presence of manipulators. And what they do is they act like they're for you, but they really not.
Mm-hmm.
Times come up, hard times, they ain't nowhere to be found.
Nowhere to be found.
They ain't nowhere to be found. When they do things, they're not really interested in you. Mm-hmm. They get an attitude or they show themselves when you are doing good. Mm-hmm. In other words, you just really pay attention to their actions and you'll see, like, wait a minute. They're not really who they say they are. They're not really for me. It'll show.
But is that, I mean, I don't disagree with what you're saying.
Sure.
I'm just wondering, is that really a manipulator?
You'll be able to tell. Just really look at their actions. Like, for example.
Well, if that's the case, I think everyone's is manipulative.
I would respectfully disagree. Most people are. But there's some that's not. You got some good people out here.
I'm not saying
everybody's not bad.
No, I'm not.
Sure, I know what you're saying.
I don't equate someone being manipulative to being bad. Mm-hmm. I think that there are times where situations will call for you to manipulate a situation or a certain subject.
Mm-hmm. It depends on what you're manipulating it for, I guess. What's the agenda? What's the intention? What's your motive? What you trying to do? What you trying to manipulate these people to do? Something good, something bad.
That's a good point you make.
Y'all looking out for the community and doing something? Let me get these people up. Let me get them out here and give them some gift cards to get their ass to sign up so they can volunteer and help pass out these turkeys.
That's a good point you make. Go ahead, Glenn.
Take what you said.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say a politician is trying to get something done in the community, right?
Mm-hmm.
How much of getting that task done is going to require him to manipulate certain situations to get what he or she wants?
Here's what I would say to that, Glenn. I used to be in sales for a long time. The reason
sales is based on manipulation.
I'm gonna say this.
I know you gotta know that.
Yeah, that is true.
Okay.
But I'm gonna tell you, I got a lot of business by being straight up with people. In other words, I had a situation one time in Garden City, for example. I'm not gonna go in detail. The guy was like, once he saw I was honest with him about the cost of his roof, he changed. In other words, somebody had lied to him, and I told him the truth. And next thing you know, it became a sale for me. What I'm saying, sometimes honesty works. And so there's a lot of times you don't have to really manipulate a situation. It is what it is.
How well? And
you know what I'm saying, Shakira? Do you agree with that? It is what it is. I'd rather be honest with you. If you say no, then you say no.
I believe that
it is what it is.
The best policy.
Yes.
However,
yes,
I think that we as a people have a misconception of what honesty actually is. Mm-hmm. My best friend who owned a car lot and his father owned before him, I told him, I said, man, I don't think I can do this, man, because it seems like you gotta say some things that just ain't quite
right.
And he taught me this. He said, well, you don't lie to the customer. You just tell the customer what you know they already want to hear. So I think as a people, I'm not speaking for other folks. As a people, I think we have a misconception on what honesty and truth is really about. Because if we didn't, we could not be in the shape that we're in this country.
Okay.
Now you got to take it back to how
because
you was
all
raised.
people, we know that all people are not bad.
Right.
But why do we always get the bad parts that keep us at the very bottom of the totem pole? Because if they're being honest, right? And I know you don't think they're honest.
No, I don't know.
Oh, okay. So if they're dishonest, and we historically have been how can I say this, more honorable than they are, how can we be looked at as manipulators?
It's a good question.
We're getting deep here, y'all.
That
I know
is
we
deep.
was talking about relationships, but we
That's
don't
deep,
take
man.
it back, and then we're gonna dive into the next chapter because I want to say it's online dating.
Yeah.
I found that to be interesting because
A lot of people do that.
I actually tried it. I actually tried online dating. I did. It was not successful. I did not link up with nobody, and it seemed like me and a couple of my girlfriends were picking the same mates. Like, so I said, is these people? Is they just funneling these people in here? Is these people make believe? Is it AI? I don't know, but it seemed like we were meeting the same guys. So I got up off of that. That didn't work. So I didn't have. Not to say that you won't have success with online dating people. Please don't take it as that because I do know some people that have been successful and are still together today.
Yeah, but what's the percentage of those people?
Well, that I ain't do a deep dive.
Let
in
me-
that,
let me
but I
share
do
with
know
you-
some people that are happy.
Let me share with you.
They down met on Christian Mingle, and they are good today. Okay.
I will share with you all why I feel we keep picking the same person. Because we haven't learned from our past. This is why Alonzo and I...
No, meaning the same person and the same guy was trying to talk to both of us, and we don't look nothing alike, don't have nothing the same, and then also it's okay.
Yeah, but what Alonzo and I are saying, this is why we emphasize getting knowledge. We emphasize because when you really rebuild yourself and rebuild, you're not going to pick the same person.
Right.
In other words, because now you have a new mindset. You have a new knowledge. You have new character. You know what a healthy connection is. And you're looking for somebody with those characteristics. So in other words, you're not going to keep, because a lot of people pick the same person again because they didn't regroup. They didn't build themselves up. They didn't heal from their past issues. They're still lacking character, social skills, and empathy and other characteristics. So when you're still in the same negative mindset and character, you're going to repeat the same mistakes. And what Alonzo and I are saying, let's put the brakes on all that. Let's not jump into no relationship. We want you to get yourself fully together.
Yeah.
So now you'll be able to pick the right person. You'll know the right person because you know what a healthy connection is. You know your character is there. You heal from your past. You can't bring no baggage in. Because when you have, I told somebody this, I told a friend this a while back. She asked me, well, where do I find a good man? I told her.
Home Depot.
You know what? I'm gonna tell y'all. I've heard that before. I've heard people say Home Depot. I've heard Home Depot is a place.
On a Saturday garden section. Oh yeah. Over there by the lumber.
You know,
oh, yeah.
you know, y'all. I've heard Home Depot. I've heard Walmart at night. I've heard all of them. But what I would say, my response to her was this: once you have yourself together, your character, your knowledge, and you'll know what a good man is. You'll be able to see him anywhere. That was my response to her. Grocery store, library, wherever, the market, because you'll be able to recognize those characteristics.
Psychopaths at the library. Don't say the library.
Do you really?
I'm just saying.
I'm about to say,
Dexter be hanging out at the library. What's that other show with that guy?
I was like, I hang out at the library. I'm just kidding.
You can be a good man anywhere, people. I've met some of the best men at the gas station. Understand that, okay? So, yeah, you can be the good. But you know what? I can't keep a man, Preston. I'm not even gonna hold you up. I can't keep one for a period of time, and I think it's because I'm always evolving. Could that be a thing? Could it be that I'm always growing, I'm always evolving, that the person that I'm with probably didn't come along for the ride with me and they be here and then I'm here or whatever, we're not there, I'm out.
I'm going to say, Shakina, probably what it was, he came into the relationship and he's stagnant. This is what Alonzo and I are saying, too. We want you both to come in right from the jump together.
Yeah.
If you come in right together, we won't have a disconnect like what you're saying.
Okay.
That can be avoided because you all know what a healthy connection is. You all both want that connection. You both have good character. You recognize that you're honest, you're reputable, you're good. In other words, when you have these things from the jump, the relationship will just elevate. When you walk in with somebody, okay. When you, how can I say,
1 second, Carl.
Okay. When you engage with somebody that's not on your level, that's going to happen. So Alonzo and I, we don't want you to do that. We want you to have somebody that's on your level, character-wise. They're healed from their past, but they also have knowledge. We stress getting relationship education. We stress that because that's lacking in our society.
I was about to say, I've never heard that before in my life. Relationship education. Yeah, that sounds like a course that we all need to take.
We do. We all need to take it. Relationship education 101. We want you to know what a healthy connection is. We want you to know what a good partner is. We want you to know how to recognize a manipulator, a deceiver, a psychopath from the rip. We want, because there's all types of resources.
Some women want a psychopath.
What's that?
Deceiver.
They do.
What's that?
Some women want a psychopath and a deceiver.
You know what, Glenn? Then that's on them. But my thing is, don't complain about the consequences when you're going through a situation. No, but that's true.
I like my women a little crazy.
Okay. We got hey, caller, thanks for calling the Motor City Radio. Who do we have the pleasure of speaking with?
This is Alonzo McLittle.
Hey, Alonzo.
What's up, Alonzo?
What up, though?
We got Alonzo.
What's up, Alonzo?
Alonzo is the co-creator of the book Put Dating Back in the Box. For those of you who are just not tuning in to Motor City Radio, I'm your girl, Sexy Shakenya, and this is what we do every Friday at 7 p.m. Guys, I'm going to give it to you, baby. I'm going to bring you how I bring it. And tonight we got Preston Will III in the building, and Alonzo McLittle just checked in with us, guys, and he's the co-creator of the book. I also want to give a shout out to my brother Jay. I want to give a shout out to Roberta Jerry. We'll have her on real soon, and y'all know who she is. She is she's family. That's all I can say. She's not just a guest anymore. She is family. Y'all know, right? I want to say last year, before last, I spent some time in Jamaica with Roberta. She has her own traveling agency, V-Temp Travel. So make sure y'all tap in with her right now. You know, Jamaica, they're going through a rebuilding stage right now, right? So we're going to have her on hopefully next week, I think, Roberta, so she can tell us what's going on, so y'all know when and how soon y'all can travel and how y'all can help rebuild and how y'all can help, right? So make sure y'all tune in to Motor City Radio. You never know what you're going to get. You know, you're going to get some travel tips next week. Today we got the authors in the building. Hey, Alonzo, we want to talk to you about the book, Putting Dating Back in the Box, baby. What contribution did you make to this book, Alonzo?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say thank you for allowing us to come and talk about our book.
Yes.
Secondly, I'd like to shout out my boy. He has held me down through the whole process. Preston, you the man.
Thank you, Alonzo. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
We wrote this book because we both experienced the craziness that's out there. What we want people to understand is there's nothing wrong with going back in time to go forward. Meaning, let's go back to the days when people courted. When a man asked you for his number and he took you out. When y'all stayed up all night on the phone talking and went to sleep.
Where they do that at? I know. It's terrible.
They're trying to get to know what's in your pants.
I can't even tell you the last time I've been on a date, Alonzo. Ain't nobody even trying to get up under my pants. It's been real bad out here, Alonzo. It's slim pickings, baby.
I know why.
What? Oh, damn. I'm sorry. Your cousin should have warned you before you came on this show. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to tell you, if you don't open it up, you'll lose it.
You know what?
I'm trying to tell you.
I don't even know if it still work. I'm going to keep it honest with you. I don't even know.
How you gonna think you don't know
You
it?
right. I know.
I say, Shakina, we're going to think positive.
Man. You know what? Once I get my veneers, I'm telling you, I'm going to be out here. I'm going to be out here on the stroll, y'all. Once I get my teeth fixed, I'm going to be out here. And dude, Alonzo, yes it do.
You got women with not one tooth in their
And they got a man.
They got a man.
I follow one on
You know what?
Instagram.
That is true, Glenn.
That is
so true.
That is so true. Oh, God. Fix it, Jesus.
Think about your grandma.
Lord, gee, because she kept all the bills paid.
Well, yeah,
and had a grandpa.
For 45, 50 years.
That's true. That's true. You right?
Okay,
there.
Alonzo, your experience, that was the reason why you jumped in and helped write. Because I read it and it was well written. You guys did a wonderful job.
Yeah,
Y'all
thank you.
broke it down. It's easy reading. Didn't take long to read it all. I wish I could have read it sooner because he asked me a couple times, Preston, like, you read it yet? And I said, no. But if he only knew I was hanging from the ceiling and I'm Spider-Man at night, I mean, if he only knew what I do all day. But when I finally took the time, I blocked out the time of when I was going to read it, and I was able to give it my undivided attention, and it was a nice read. Alonzo, I loved it. So the experience that you had, because I'm going to be honest, like I told Preston, the book was not written as if you guys had negative experiences. Or, the book was not just written like that. It was more so educational, if
Preston
anything.
can have a negative experience.
Right.
I appreciate the compliment. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, Alonzo, yes.
I love his spirit.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
So the inspiration
Thank you.
behind it for you, Alonzo?
Thank you.
The inspiration for me was meeting people and realizing that I just wasted my time. Time is that one commodity that you can't get back once it's done. So I don't want to waste my time anymore.
Yeah.
It's not so much about the money as far as going on dates, but it's the time, the effort.
Yeah.
Because I do remember the values of that. I was raised by OGs.
Yeah.
These guys knew how to talk to a woman, how to woo a woman.
All manipulation laws are.
Right.
Lonzo,
Exactly. Yeah.
the correct word you're looking for is manipulation.
Treat a woman how you want to be treated.
Well, how
That's what the
about
book is about?
this
Treating a
concept?
person how you want to be treated.
How about treating a woman
That's
the way?
old-fashioned values.
Yeah, but how about treating a woman the way that you want to treat her? My job is to make entertainment.
Y'all, the show goes downhill from here. That's all I can tell you. Fix it, Jesus. Man, I'm gonna take a break. We can.
Wow.
Gotta share some love, sponsors. We got music out. We got a lot going on, But y'all, we are here before we do
got
take a
a
break.
new Southern Soul. We got a new Southern Soul record that
Okay.
we're releasing this week,
Okay.
and it's by the Prolifics, Detroit's own.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what's up.
And I'm gonna just give you all the hook to the record right now.
Okay.
Okay.
We open for that.
Even a hog knows when the slop ain't right. Now y'all think that
Let that sizzle in your spirit, right?
maybe we can cross promote the new record with the book.
Okay. What I tell y'all. Tell everybody how they can get the book. Preston or Alonzo, whichever one. You want to share that?
Well, we everyone.
Where people can get the book, get a copy of the book, and then we're going to take a small break.
Yeah, everybody can get the book. We are on the shelves of 50 companies around the world.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we are with Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, Walmart, Apple. We're with Books A Million. We're partnered with international companies as well. So our book is in Germany. Our books are in Australia. Our books in Japan. Like I said, we're partnered with 50 companies. So if you type in "Put Dating Back in the Box" into Google search, you'll see a list of our partners that we're partnered with, where you can purchase our material. And I also have a profile on Amazon. Alonzo's bio is on our retailers' websites as well. You can read about Alonzo as well. And yeah, so like I said, that's how you can purchase our book.
All right. We're going to take a small break. Are we going to play a musical selection, Glenn? What you got up your sleeve over there, guys?
Get off into some Melody Renee.
Okay.
1245.
Okay.
Okay. We do appreciate it. So, Shakina, what was like one of your favorite parts about the book?
Oh wait, is it still hot?
Oh, we still.
I just muted y'all.
Okay.
This the area. This the part. that I
Okay.
like.
Okay.
And we broke this part down.
Mm-hmm.
And then you guys have the reason. So I want to get back into the online dating.
Mm-hmm. Because we want people. We know that there's people that, like I say,
You
don't.
still there, Lonzo? Oh, we still muted.
Did he,
No, it sounds like he's still there.
Okay,
Hopefully
okay.
He still is.
Yeah, we want people to know why we want you to ask these questions.
Mm-hmm.
Because here's the thing: you have a lot of people in this world that are shady, but you have a lot of people. I feel that there's two reasons why people don't communicate. They're dishonest.
Okay, wait 1 second.
Okay.
Are they getting dead there? Come here.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Let's go back in.
Okay. Okay, guys, small little intermission, we back, This your girl, Stacey Shakina, Motor City Radio, and I have Preston Wheeler III in the building, and we have Alonzo McLittle still on the line. Hopefully, are you still there, Alonzo?
Yes, I'm still here.
All right. What's your thoughts on online dating? Because that's what we're about to dive into a little bit, Alonzo. I kind of want to go over the questions that you guys have here in the book in the online dating section. But what's your take on online dating? Good, bad, you for it, against it? Yeah. How you feel about it? Crapshoot, right.
About it. People always been sending their representatives anyway. They act like, oh, I want a man, I want a woman,
That's
I
true.
want to be in love, and then they do everything to woo you, to get you into that position.
Yeah.
As you said, manipulate you into that position.
Yes.
And then
A real them come out. Oh my God. I've met so many Prince Charmers, but you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm still cool with everybody that I've ever dated. Like that's how I know the friendship was real, and I know the friendship probably was there before we entered into whatever it was, and then it didn't work.
Sure.
It's only two people that I don't deal with, and that's my youngest baby daddy and Shine Fat Fix It Jesus. That's a Christian show. I said I'm not gonna call him that anymore. But he bamboozled me. Oh, he got me. He was one of the ones where I left off the list. They was like, my list too long. So, you what you want might be wrapped up in a different package, or it might just be a couple things that might be off, or, just try out and see how he was. And I swear he was Prince Charming. You hear me? Everything, whirlwind. He came up here on the show. Remember, Glenn? And I got to give him credit. When we was in a situationship, he did do what I felt a man should have done.
Okay.
I didn't have any complaints, but he still got me.
Oh.
He was somebody that I could have just messed around with.
Get you?
We didn't have to go as far as we went. That's all. And that's on me. You know what I mean? We could have just messed around or dip and dab.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
But we didn't have to go as far. We went far. Like we had the justice of the peace type.
Oh, okay.
And we had to go that far.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? We had to go that far.
Wow.
You know? But yeah, he got me.
Wow.
So
Okay.
him
Sound
and
like you was trying to be a little manipulative.
you know what? So them the only two that I can honestly say I don't have a relationship with. But anybody else that I've dealt with, we still cool on Facebook. You know what I mean? So I don't,
Yeah.
we still on, and we friends. If I see him in the street.
On Facebook, let me ask you this. Y'all can go sit down and have dinner. Y'all can still fool around.
Not fool around. Not fool around.
Superficial. I see you on Facebook, cool.
I guess that's superficial. I see you on Facebook too. But I ain't gonna say it's superficial, because if I see him in the street, we cool. I don't have drinks with my exes. I done been out with him and everything. Like, we cool like that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
What up, Los? You know what I'm saying? We cool like that. But other than that, I don't feel like you should have to be enemies just because the relationship didn't work.
I agree with that.
I mean? So, and like I said, the friendship was there before. So I'm not gonna say superficial because I'm cool with like real life. You know what I'm saying? Except for them two.
Okay.
Except for Shine and my baby daddy. Other than that, yeah, everybody else we cool.
So you only had two men in your life that were serious
Psychopath.
Manipulators.
Manipulators, narcissists, asshole. The list goes on and on and on. And they were just alike. I mean, so I'm like, I had to rethink, is it me? Am I attracting this type of dude? Is it do some things I gotta twerk and fix? Like, what's really going on? You know?
It always helps.
It wasn't you, Shekinah.
me.
I'm gonna share what it is. A lot of us don't have knowledge going into relationships. And a lot of us don't have knowledge about the world. So what happens is we get involved with people thinking a good relationship is going to evolve, and in reality it doesn't. But at the same time, we end up running into somebody like you're talking about because we have a lot of those people out here.
Well, Preston, in your opinion, in your mind,
Sure.
how old does an individual need to be when they can consider themselves with enough experience to know the signs?
I would say, God, that's a good question.
Damn.
That's a very good question.
That's a loaded potato.
No, that is. No, you're right. That is. That's a very good question.
That's deep.
I would say maybe between 25 and 35. And within that range, you should actually know some of the signs. But what Alonzo and I, what we want you to do is not have to go through years that you can't get back with somebody who doesn't deserve your time.
Right.
So what Alonzo and I are saying is, listen, we don't want you to have to go back and say, well, dang, that person, I shouldn't have been with that person. That's 15 years I can't get back. So what Alonzo and I are saying,
15 years.
we want you, well, there's a lot of people.
I give your ass 90 days.
Well, you know what, guys,
No,
there's a lot.
I'm just playing.
Glenn,
I'm just playing.
I got
But
to
I don't.
with you, Preston.
I'm just
but
playing.
there's a lot of people been in
15
relationships
years,
for
that's a long
15,
time.
20 years with a manipulator.
Yeah.
Because they didn't know. They came into the relationship thinking it's going to evolve, but they wasn't really ready.
Yeah.
So what Alonzo and I are saying is we want you to get ready. We want you to have your character together, have your knowledge together, be healed from your past issues. Because if you come into a relationship this way, it'll be more successful moving forward.
And through the book, they can get this knowledge.
Yeah, Alonzo and I, we provide resources we feel that can help you to where you can get all this together so that you can put you on the path for a healthy relationship. Because we want you to get into a healthy relationship faster and not later. So I hear some people will say, man, I wish I had learned that earlier. So many people I hear say in their 60s and 70s that it took them a long time to learn what a good relationship is. So Alonzo and I are saying, we don't want you to go through that. We want you to learn as early as possible the relationship education we want you to get. Get your character together. Get your knowledge together. Get heal from the past issues. We feel if you do this, the relationship, you can have more of a good relationship faster rather than waiting 20, 30 years to find out what a good relationship is.
I think.
Go.
Okay, you know what I'm saying?
I
That makes
think
sense?
that
Okay.
the concept is great.
Thank you.
However, I must tell you, just based on my own life and living,
Okay.
that I wouldn't want to change a thing in terms of relationships. And in my lifetime, there have been many. But I think they prepared me for the successful marriage that I'm in today. So I don't know if being ready at 25 in terms of knowledge, I don't know if that's really a thing. Because I think that in order to understand what a manipulative person is, you have to be manipulated. You agree?
I agree, but I want to add to that.
That's true.
That's true, but
Would you like some
Very
water?
true.
yeah, please.
But the thing that we're getting at is this. It's not about you having all of this, like book smarts and all of this.
Thanks, Shekinah. Thank you. Appreciate
You
it.
smell boo-boo when boo-boo is on the floor, right?
The only problem
You smell that?
with that, Lonzo, is you can be in a relationship with somebody and actually like the way the boo-boo smells.
Covered up with perfume. Air freshener.
Because
You ain't coming up.
And later on down the line, 15 years later, and your smell changed. Now you're looking at that boo-boo different.
well, that just means you need some new boo-boo. That's all it means.
Lord Jesus. Lord Jesus, the show goes downhill from here. If you're just tuning in, this is Motor City Radio, and we have Preston Will III in the building. We have Alonzo Little in the building. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
It's a fantastic
Yes, I am.
show. It is.
And we are live, people, and this is what we do every Friday at 7 p.m. If you would like to be a guest, give me a call at 313-586-2240. And if you want to take me out on a date, you can use that.
The show has went down.
Because that's what we talking about tonight, baby. We talking about dating. And I want to get into some of these questions. Maybe you and Alonzo both can answer them.
Sure,
but the
absolutely.
online dating questions that you feel is necessary to ask people,
Yeah.
right? Number one, clarify what they are looking for.
Yeah, because a lot of people get on these sites and they don't clarify what they're looking for because they really, what it is, they really don't know. But then you have people who want their pick of the litter, excuse me. So in other words, I'm not going to tell myself because I want to pick who I want, if that makes sense. So therefore you have to okay, let me ask you what you're looking for. But then too, this will avoid a disconnection if you guys do connect and have conversation. So let me clarify. So tell me what you're looking for in a spouse. So tell me what you're looking for in a relationship. So that's why we have there's question one. We want you to clarify because you can make an informed decision once you get some facts on what you found out from the person.
Yeah.
But a lot of them don't know what they're looking for. I've been out with quite a few women from online dating. They don't know. But men too, it go both ways.
Yeah.
But what it is, they don't know how to define what they're really looking for. For example, I'm giving an example. Oh, I just got out of a relationship, but I don't want to be in a relationship, but I don't know what I want. That's an example. So really what you're saying is you want some companionship. You want this, but you don't want nothing serious.
You don't want that back blew out. That's all you want.
That's
all you want.
You see what I'm saying?
A couple of meals, a couple of dates, that's it.
That's what exactly. So, right. So we want you to, so these questions here, but then too, we have the questions because a lot of people don't tell you what you need to know up front.
Yeah.
So we want you to get the truth out of them so you can make an informed decision about them. Because a lot of people,
If you don't get a direct answer or a suitable answer, you already know that's a red flag.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but what do that answer got to do with the size of the butt?
Oh, damn it. Man. Fix it, Jesus. Fix it, Jesus.
Listen, man.
It ain't nothing but doo-doo in there.
Don't mind me
Fix it,
asking.
Jesus.
How old are you?
How old are you?
You.
I'm 60.
60? Okay.
Wow.
And we won't take the whole 60 years. Let me just ask you this way. From 25 to 35, how many good relationships had you ran across? I'm not going to ask you how many have you been in. How many have you ran across from the time period of 25 through 35?
I would say 2.
2. Okay.
I would say 2.
I think that's a pretty good average.
That's a good average.
That's a good average.
That's about average.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 25,
Right.
35.
Yep.
But let me ask you all this too. In your research, did you ever start to feel like dating in today's society is, for lack of a better term, just whack?
Well, Glenn, I'm going to say for Alonzo and myself, we didn't do any research. This is all personal experience and observation.
Oh, y'all been beat up.
Oh, wow.
Well.
You know what? I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to hold you up. I have dealt with some knuckleheads.
Hey.
I also admit
Okay.
that I have been the knucklehead.
Okay.
And you've been on both sides of the fence. It's like a football coach. Some players aren't good coaches because they know how to play the game, but they can't teach you. But see, since I've been on both sides of the fence, that I've been the knucklehead and dealt with the knucklehead, I know what to look for in the knucklehead.
Yes.
I know what I want. I'm prepared in terms of, okay, this is what I'm willing to waste my time on or invest. That's a term Preston and I use quite a bit. Invest. Because a person is an investment when you're talking about a long-term
Relationship.
And why do we not understand that?
My money.
What is it about these women that we don't understand that this is a glorified business arrangement?
Well, I'm gonna tell you.
It's a business.
To go along with what Alonzo was saying,
Business.
I'm in the same situation with Alonzo. When I got out here, I didn't know what I was doing. I was naive, but through all the relationships and the encounters, I gained wisdom. And that wisdom said, "Wait a minute, okay, this is how this should go."
Yeah.
I've been playing a lot. The missed phone calls, text messages, I had to learn, okay, she's seeing somebody else. What I'm saying is I wasn't taught these things. But as I learned these things, I said, wait a minute. It gave me wisdom. It gave me insight about the world. And I said, you know what? And then I did research on my own and say, what is a good relationship? I actually I went to the library and I did some research. And I got wisdom. And then the more relationships I got in, the more women I got in, I know how to deal with them more efficiently. Now I can spot a red flag in 2 seconds. I couldn't do that years ago.
Yeah, I can too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
when you see them eyelashes out there,
You know what?
so like Alonzo,
another good person, another good thing to look for
sure.
is yellow wigs.
Oh, my God. Fix it, Jesus. Where it's coming from Glenn has nothing to do with motorcycles.
But to go with Alonzo, like I said, I was wrong too at times too. There was times I did stuff that wasn't right. I didn't treat her right or whatever. But so, like I said, so I'm guilty too. But I learned from my bad experiences. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm wrong. But then but it gave me wisdom. And as time went on, and even today, I'm still learning. I'm like, wait a minute, and I thank God for the wisdom.
So what you gonna do when you run into a female that's into bad boys? No, good girls like bad boys.
I wouldn't. But you know what? I wouldn't deal with her.
You say keep it stepping along.
Because here's the thing.
Wouldn't deal with it.
This is what I've learned.
But Preston, she's the one that's gonna get on the chandelier. Is you crazy?
Well, here's the thing. This is what I've learned. Physical intimacy is great. Exactly.
Some vanilla with sprinkles.
Okay.
Is he talking about snow game?
You know, Glenn, you're right.
You talking about snow bunnies? What you talking about?
This is what Alonzo and I believe.
Where's Dr. Umar? Where's Dr. Umar when you need him?
Let's keep it chocolate.
Lord Jesus.
Understand who she is. Understand what she wants. And is willing to sit down, get to know me so we can both go in the same direction.
Great, Lonzo, but you gotta realize this. You gotta realize this, Lonzo. It takes a woman to go through certain things in life before she recognizes herself.
That's. I would say that you're right, Glenn. But here's the thing: a lot of women and men don't know their worth today.
Oh.
They don't, and that's why a lot of them in bad relationships. That's why a lot of them getting deceived and being played because they don't know their worth. And you have a lot of yes men, you have a lot of yes women, and this is why Alonzo is saying this is why we have our approach. We want you to have character, we want you to have knowledge, and we want you to know your worth. But we also want you to be helped. But this is why, because when you have those things, you're not going to be a yes man. You're not going to be a yes woman. You're not going to be in a bad relationship because you already know from the jump how this should go. Right. And you're going to be able to navigate it because you have knowledge going in. And if something's off, you'll be able to put it back on course.
Now y'all look now.
So this is what we saying and put dating back in the box. We want you to go in fully 100% ready.
Preston, you and Lonzo do know that black folks don't date, right?
He's like black folks don't date.
No, we don't date, man.
We gotta say, black men put up with a woman's mess so he can smack.
Yeah.
That's not dating.
That ain't dating.
That's manipulation. I love it.
Well, number 2 question, y'all. Have they fully gotten over any past relationships, divorce, etc., and are ready to move on?
Yeah.
You just
That's
got
another question.
Well, the reason
we've been divorced for a long time.
Yeah.
You still ain't over it.
I'm over it, but he's ready. I am completely over him.
Okay.
But you already know the situation
He
behind
came
that.
up in one of two scenarios.
People that I'm not connected with, meaning
You know
that I
what
was
the
not able
is?
to keep a friendship with them. They were not worth me keeping a friendship with. They were like because everybody else I'm still cool with. So I had to mention them.
We know-
Yeah, number
I think
2, guys.
Alonzo and
That's a good question to
I,
ask.
we have that in there because a lot of people come into a situation with
Come
their
back,
baggage.
Preston. We want-
I'm sorry.
we
Yeah,
gotta get y'all here.
yeah. A lot of people come back with their baggage.
Mm-hmm.
They come to a situation with their baggage. So we want, and a lot of people are not going to tell you that they haven't got over their relationship because a lot of people are selfish and they shady.
It's gonna come out anyway.
Yeah.
Right. So instead of you're right. So instead of going on all these dates and getting into a relationship, Alonzo and I want you to ask these questions in the beginning so you can make an informed decision if you want to deal with them or not. Because here's the thing, a lot of people don't know how to communicate because either, like I said, either they're deceitful or they are afraid of rejection. And when you're afraid of rejection, that's a form of prison that keeps you from communicating like you should.
Because that representative that they sent out at
You-
first be
You
completely,
know what I'm saying? Because you're scared.
completely different from who they really are.
Yeah, so because you're scared of being rejected, I've been with women, or I've encountered women, I'm sure we all encountered situations, they were afraid to communicate with Preston. You know what I'm saying? Just tell me what you want, how you want to be in a relationship.
It's probably because you're such a good communicator, though.
Well, I appreciate that, Glenn. Thank you for that.
No, really.
I appreciate
I
that.
can- Intimidated.
A lot of times women get intimidated when a brother is articulate
Yeah.
and knows what he's talking
Appreciate
about.
that. Thank you.
And through no fault of their own, in my opinion. But it's kind of like you take a kid that was born and raised in the ghetto, right? Well, he or she has certain survival skills that they picked up in their childhood. And unfortunately, there was nobody around to say, hey, listen, because let's just face it, the only thing our parents knew to tell us was go to school, get good grades, and go get a great job. Right?
That's true. That's true.
So, in terms of a young man knowing how to date a girl, right? Who the hell? Nobody sat us down and told us that. I mean, I can't remember my dad, who was a great man, God rest his soul. I never had a conversation with him about how to treat a young lady.
And that's funny that you mentioned
And you know-
parents, because I want to know how important is it for you to actually see a healthy relationship, for you to actually be in one.
It's very important,
You
Shakina.
can't emulate what you ain't never seen.
Yep.
That's
And,
right.
and Alonzo and I put in the book that a lot of us grew up in situations like Glenn talked about. We didn't get it from our parents because they didn't know, and nothing against them.
Yeah, they just didn't.
But they didn't know. They wasn't. A lot of them wasn't in a healthy relationship themselves.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So they.
My mother thought, well, yeah, he hit me upside the head, but he paid the bill.
And you know, and it's unfortunate, but a lot of people
And
thought like that.
And that's how the women in that time, that's how they looked at
In the day.
what
Yep,
was,
that's true.
was deemed a successful
Yeah.
marriage or relationship.
Exactly. And what Alonzo and I are saying is, okay, we didn't get it from our parents and so forth, but we want you to pick up the pieces. That's what Alonzo and I are saying. We want you to get it for yourself. We want you to get the education so you don't have to go through what we've seen our ancestors go through and what we see other people go through. If you get these things in the beginning, your character is developed. You get that knowledge, relationship education. You heal from your past. We feel that you'll be successful faster. Instead of waiting 20, 30 years to get into a relationship, you can get in one at the age of 25 or 30.
Were you and Lonzo friends before the book?
No, we actually, yeah, we were friends. We're caregivers for my uncle.
Okay.
Right. So we've been friends for about 5-6 years now.
Okay.
So before even the book came out, we were cool.
Now, another question you guys have, ask if they read your profile and are okay with it. And this made me laugh so hard because I've actually met a few eligible young men that I probably would have gave my time of day to. And when I tell
Just 'cause of
you,
what the profile said.
no, what I'm telling you is I will meet them probably in real life, but as soon as they hit my social media platform, they're gone. I lose them every time.
They were sending.
I lose them every time, whether
they were
it
sending you
be
them rod pictures.
no, they was not sending me any. I don't get those type of pictures, Glenn. Don't nobody send me those pictures.
Well, I'm
Not
about to
saying
say-
that I want y'all to flood my DMs with them, but yeah, it's like when they see them, I've gotten, well, one is if they go through my pictures, it is a couple bikini pictures in there, you know what I'm saying? I'm a little confident in my little body. I work out, you know, so and they can't handle that, because it's
See that
like, well,
manipulation pop in right there.
that ain't no manipulation. That's real life. Because they look at it like, you know, you're showing off what's supposed to belong to me. And if we were dating, I wouldn't want nobody else to see it. I'm like, but if we go on vacation, if we on the beach, they gonna see it. Is you gonna make me cover up? Am I gonna have to wear a wrap up or something? Or what's really going on? But that becomes an issue. And then when you look at everything that I do, if you go through my whole day, you're gonna be exhausted. And this is what I do every day. So they automatically think, oh, she ain't got time for me. Or you be doing this and that and that and that. I done met a couple men and we would actually be texting throughout the day, meaning that I'm not missing a beat. It's not a lot of time spent, because I see that y'all mentioned that in the book as far as the time that it takes to respond to somebody. I'm responding in a timely manner. I'm keeping up with you. We good. As soon as they hit that social media, it's like, oh my God. Because you see me building a wall, you see me climbing a scaffold, you see me in a meeting, you see me at a fair, you see me. So the first thing come to mind, I've heard men say, oh, you ain't got time for me. Well, why I don't have time for you? I ain't missed the beat all day. We done kept in communication and contact, but as soon as you see the social media, that's all you see is the social. So I've actually lost people on that when I say all that to
But
say.
see, to me, Shakenya, that keeping in touch and timely getting with somebody, that's a straight turn off for me.
No!
Okay, Glenn. Okay, let me ask
No!
It's almost controlling.
No, it's not. It's keeping a constant communication with you. If you text me, I'm
That's
gonna look.
almost controlling.
If you text me, I'm thinking that you're looking for me to respond. Unless it's something that I don't have to respond to.
If he got
In my
time to
mind,
do that all day, he ain't got enough to do.
well, it ain't necessarily all day, but just the fact that you keep it in touch, meaning that was right there showing proof that I can make time
That's
for you.
control.
I make
Yeah,
time for
that's
what I
control.
want. So I've answered your text messages. We've been in good
I'm
communication
not
with
saying
one
that the
another.
concept is
My
wrong
social media
or bad.
profile shouldn't be the all break like, damn, she doing this and that.
Right,
She
right.
ain't gonna have time for me. But
But
I haven't proven that to you yet. Let us hook up, or let it be a situation where we supposed to hook up a couple times and you know I didn't make it because of what I'm doing. Let that be the action that causes you to be like, well, you know what, I don't think this is gonna work
But see,
out because you ain't got
my
time
thing,
for me.
that
But
I
don't
was
look
trying
at
to
social
interject is that
media.
For some people, that can feel like, oh, that person really into me. They're doing their due diligence to answer my text or return my calls. But for a person like myself, it's a straight red flag. And I'll tell you why.
Okay, yeah,
I got two reasons.
To respond
okay.
to you is a red
Actually,
flag.
I want to hear this, Glenn. I want to hear that.
Because if I don't respond, you're gonna be talking mess about me being too busy
No,
to
that's-
respond
that's a
to
good
you.
point. That's a good point.
But this is what I'm trying to tell you about the different phases of life.
Okay.
At one point in my life, that would have been sexy to me, that you was responding and doing this, that, and the third. That was at 25. But at 45, I don't have time to have a woman checking on me and checking for me.
Well, I didn't
And
say
me
checking.
checking
I
on-
said me respond to
Let
his
me-
text.
Let me finish. Well, no, you said in a matter of time.
I ain't checking for you. I'm responding so you would know that I'm not too busy.
What you were saying, you said in a timely fashion
Yeah.
to make him feel a certain way.
To make both of us feel a certain way. Because I believe in good communication. I believe in that back and forth. I believe in the effort that you putting into it. That's like,
Yeah, but
once
you-
that stop and you ghost for a couple days, that's a break in communication. Something ain't
But
right.
That's a red flag.
Something ain't right. That's a red flag.
That's a red flag.
Especially if we've been in communication
I'm
with one
not saying
another.
that. I'm just saying it probably is a red flag for certain people. But for me personally, because of what I do and have done in the entertainment industry, I see what those things, where they start, and I see where they end. And when a person is you're more important to them than they are to themselves, that's what I mean about the red flag. Because, in my opinion, we all as human beings need our space. And that makes us happier when we come back together.
Mm-hmm.
This is how I've been married to the same woman now for 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
Because I did that other stuff of you minds and you need to do this, and if you don't do it like that, then apparently you're not mine.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the problem with that concept as men, nobody belongs to us.
Right. But you
It's
want people
kinda
to
like
feel
saying-
wanted. You want them to feel needed. I feel it's a certain
It's
amount
like
of
Will
accountability
Smith
you gotta
told me,
have.
"Baby,
Certain
I-
amount of
I
communication
can't
you
make
gotta
you happy.
have.
You gotta make yourself
Just so you will know that I am interested. You know, because it is. You can go on my social media and get
being
lost.
Interested is one thing, and being a turnoff is another.
Okay.
And people have to find that sweet spot.
In between.
That's probably why
That
I'm
sweet
single, because
spot.
I'm needy.
Okay.
I'm
That's how you
texting,
feel.
I'm calling. Where you at? What you doing? Who you with? Is that you on 8 Mile? I just see y'all. Look, it's been fun, y'all. But it's that time, y'all. It is that time, Glenn. Damn, y'all. I'm trying to end the show, y'all. It's that time, guys. We gotta go.
You gotta bring
We gotta bring Preston and Alonzo
Oh,
back.
thank you.
Hopefully,
Gonna do numbers.
it's gonna do numbers,
We
guys.
appreciate that. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Y'all,
Thank you.
we have the author Preston Wheeler III and Alonzo McLittle
Yeah.
here, guys. The authors of Put Dating Back in the Box. This has been a fun show. I'm going to share the link for our YouTube channel so you guys can get the whole show. I've tried to tap in on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok to give y'all portions of it because it was a fun-filled show all the way through from beginning
And
to
for
end,
those
guys.
of you who are not internet savvy,
Mm-hmm.
what you can do if you want to get a copy of the book, you can contact the radio
Ooh.
station,
Volume 1 out.
and
Okay.
we'll make sure that you get it. Because I know a lot of readers, they want to give you the money and hand you their book.
Mm-hmm,
Old
mhm.
school.
Yeah.
If you want to obtain the book and you want to get it in your hand, you want to get it quickly, contact us here at Street Noise Radio. You can see the number on the screen, call us,
Yes.
and just say you need some advice on getting you a man. And we
Right.
got the book for you.
Hey, yo, if you would like to be a guest, give me a call, 313-586-2240. We do this every Friday at 7 p.m. This is a platform for
As long as I
you.
don't went to sleep.
Right, isn't it?
Thank you all for giving us this opportunity, and we hope
Yes.
that people listened in and actually read the book. And
Yes.
not only read the book, but venture out there and do healthy things to fall in love and meet somebody good.
Yeah, sounds good.
Oh, baby.
You know, and with Alonzo, we really thank you all for allowing us to be here. We really enjoyed you all. This has been a great show, and we look forward to coming back with you all. We do.
Yes.
This has been phenomenal. This has been fantastic.
Yes.
And we also want to mention, before we go, next month, Alonzo and I will have a booth at the AAA Expo.
Okay.
Detroit Book City is a local books company. They're holding an expo in February. It'll be February 21st from 12 to 5. Alonzo and I will have a booth there to advertise and market and sell our book.
Okay.
If you all want to come and meet us, you're more than welcome. We love to meet you, talk with you, and like I said, and we just wanted to share that.
How can
thank
people
you for
follow
having me.
you, Preston? How can they get in touch with you?
You know, they can follow me on Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a profile on Amazon to get more about my background and stuff like that. So they
Okay.
can follow me there, or Barnes & Noble. I also have a LinkedIn profile as well. So they can go on my LinkedIn. All my information's on there. They go LinkedIn or Amazon. They can follow me and go from there.
If you want to, you can get with me after the show. Streetnoisemerch.com
Okay.
is our hub, and we sell all types of things on our website. So
Okay.
you're welcome to put the book up there if you want.
I appreciate that. Okay.
Yes.
We would do that. We appreciate that. We would definitely do it. Alonzo and I appreciate that.
We appreciate that.
We do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No problem.
We would do that.